Hey guys, what's up? As you people know, today is the day with Cyberpunk 2077 NightCity Wire comes live. So there is supposed to be a gameplay reveal as well. So if you are excited for this game, you should also check this event out. It's officially being broadcasted in Twitch, but I'm gonna live stream it over here as well. And give you my reactions maybe. I think I'll have the Bong gang with me as well, but they're currently playing Valorant, so since competitive came out they are pushing the ranks, so let's see when can they join in. But that's about it. Like, let's get get this thing on. And about Finakya, if you people haven't checked it out yet, you people should definitely check it out, because again, a financial app which helps on multiple levels of your life to save money might as well get you Cyberpunk. So check it out. Let's switch it up and see where the night wire is. So how much time is remaining? It seems here we go. 2 minutes 30, almost 30 seconds. So let's see. And where are the rest? Where is the gang? Where is the Bong gang? Hello there, people. 2 minutes to wire.
Not available on your operating system. What?
What?
Huh?
Which
What?
game?
Nice.
Which game?
Nice.
Okay, nice. 2 minutes left. Yes.
Okay.
Streams,
Yes.
my friend, streams.
Yes, I am streaming.
So are you like streaming from the official channel, or are you? Okay, I'm streaming from the official channel. Let's see how that goes.
কোথায় আছে? YouTube আছে?
No, it's Twitch. It's Twitch.
Never mind.
I'm also pushing that. It's 1 minute. 1 minute 20 seconds.
Start হয়ে গেছে 54 seconds এরকম করে খেলুন। তুই আবার কিসে দেখছিস? তোর কি বাড়িতে এসে দেখাচ্ছে নাকি? আমাকে লিখটা দাও একবার দেখেন। কি আমার সুইচ চালিয়ে।
তোর জেনারেলে দেওয়া আছে দেখ।
ও এরা ইউটিউবে করতে পারলে না, শুধু টুইচে করছে। হাই রিভ, হে রিভু, হোয়াটস আপ? রিভু চলে এসো ডিসকর্ডে।
Yes.
টাইম ব্রো।
NightCity wire time. 1 minute to start. তোর কি সত্যিকার স্টার্ট হয়েছে ময়ূর, নাকি মজা করলি?
আর কি পাচ্ছিলাম।
তাই বল।
আমার 360p তে আটকে চলছে টুইচ।
আমি জানতাম কেউ না কেউ এটা বলবে যে বাড়িতে বসে দেখছিস।
Oh my god. That's nice.
চলবে না আমার আটকে চলছে।
Leave it then. You twitch it from the. Zach, even I don't know whether. See, I also don't know whether it's gonna work for me, but I'm just trying it out for now.
আরে ভাই ওরা ইউটিউবে কেন করছে না?
ওদের ব্যক্তিগত ব্যাপার।
Oh, well, I am not sure.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello there.
যা হলো আমাদের সাথে লাস্ট র‍্যাঙ্ক মাস্টার ড্রাগন 200 পিং।
আমার
10 seconds. 9, 8,
7
6, 5, 4, 3.
তোর সাথে দেখবো না আমি।
আমি তুই দেখছি।
আমি দেখবো না।
And it starts, people. Oh.
মিউট করা কেন?
NightCity Wire.
Hello and welcome to this, the very first episode of NightCity Wire, a brand new series
Yes.
from us at CD Projekt Red, where we'll be talking about all
Twitch
things
gaming
Cyberpunk 2077. For today's episode, we'll be starting with a brand new trailer. One of our developers
Brand
is going
new
to
trailer, okay.
unpack everything you're going to see.
হ্যাঁ,
We'll
গেমপ্লে
have some
দেখাবে তো
news,
নতুন।
an
হ্যাঁ না,
announcement about
gameplay
Cyberpunk.
দেখাবে I know, but
We'll be taking a look at some
ট্রেলারটারও
in-depth
নতুন করে
gameplay
দিচ্ছে কিনা
and
দেখি।
welcoming back our developers just
ও ভাই,
to
এই তো।
on everything you're going to see. But there is one more thing. Media all over the world have been getting hands-on with Cyberpunk 2077, and when this episode
আমাকেও দাও না,
finishes,
দাদা।
you'll be able to go and check out exactly what they thought.
দাদা।
So, let's get started. It is time to take a look at our brand
আমাকেও
new
দাও।
trailer, and after that, our lead quest designer Pavel Sasko will be joining us.
We'll get
But also,
eventually.
you're going to have a few questions after watching this. So, let's take a look.
ট্রেলার রিভিউ।
Trailer reveal.
Love this town. City of endless opportunity. Ready to get your cherry popped? Yeah, come on.
City like any other, just bigger.
Nah, mano, not just any other city. Legends
Looks
are born
nice.
The Major.
কেউ লেজেন্ডারি।
We're only here because Dex is pulling the strings.
আবার ভাই ব্যান করে দেবে প্লিজ। না ভাই প্লিজ।
They just don't know it yet. But if you got the cojones and you know how to use them, you can do damn near anything.
Unless you catch a boat.
Even then, you go out with a bang, right?
You know, you can make heaps more eddies as a motivational speaker.
Yo, Mr. V, a pleasure.
So what's the gig, Dex?
ম্যাম না।
Mr.
Come out in
V.
one piece? How about we go over the plan?
There's this prototype tech, a biochip to be precise. Job's to grab it.
Guessing it belongs to a corp.
Arasaka.
We're robbing some heavy hitters.
Thought you could blackmail me, fucker?
High risk, high reward. First rule of the afterlife.
Ka-ching, baby.
Goes without saying, we do this on the hush. Ideally, no bodies, not a one.
Sounds simple enough.
He's lit, assholes!
Is it gonna be dangerous?
Don't you worry, mi amor. We're bulletproof.
Very crisp.
Now!
What the fuck just happened in there?
That graphics quality is off the charts. Nothing saying about this.
Oh my god, we're so fucked.
Okay.
ট্রেলার
Nice.
স্কোরটা দেখলে?
Yes. Poggers, as they say.
And you, who are you?
Okay.
দেখিয়ে দিয়ে যায়।
Okay. Okay then.
So the trailer
Keanu
contains
Reeves.
footage from the game's prologue only.
Keanu
But there
Reeves.
was an awful
Keanu Reeves makes
you try and help us unpack
dude.
everything that we just saw.
Seriously.
I mean, absolutely.
Kanaya
I can
reviews,
try.
huh?
So,
Kanaya reviews.
what you have just seen is only
Keanu Reeves on
the
the
awesome stuff is only
এরকম বাড়ি
happening
দেন আমাকে।
in the first few questions.
reveal.
What the
একটু
trailer
একটা আছে
shows you
ইয়ে,
is really our stage, the Night City. You know,
শুধু
this
কালারটা আলাদা।
gigantic city built of 6 completely unique districts, surrounded by the 7th one that we call the Badlands. As a player, you are meeting Jackie. Jackie is your friend. Now, they together are trying to reach out for something that is very precious. They are trying to reach out for this chip of immortality, this gateway to eternal life. Jackie introduces you to fixer Dexter Deshawn. He's a very important person in a social ladder of Cyberpunk. He is able to provide the player with various jobs and contracts to be able to gather money, to be able to modify their bodies, push themselves to the limits, to put their hands on the chip. But as we can expect, not everything goes as planned. And but
This very much looks like
There are
Deus
an
Ex
awful lot of
City,
really
but
cool
you
things
can
in this trailer,
basically
and there's
run
things
around
that
like
I'm just about
GTA.
to talk about a little bit more for the people at home. So let's start with talking about a gang called the Mox. Now, we see a few flashes of them in this trailer. I personally think they're really cool and one of my favorites, but can you give us a little bit more information about them?
Oh yes, so the Mox is one of the gangs that player is going to interact with throughout the game. The Mox is the gang that has been formed in 2076 after death of Elizabeth Borden. She was called Lizzie. Now, she was an owner of a brothel and former sex worker, and she was protecting working guys and girls from harassment, from abuse, and the gang is really continuing her mission. And as a player, you are going to interact with that gang, meet multiple different NPCs, and craft your own relationship with them, and understand what they are all about.
So earlier on, you did mention a 7th district, a place called the Badlands. Now, we saw a few shots of this in the trailer, but I'd love for you to give us a bit more detail about the district outside of the city walls.
Okay, so the Badlands is this like dead, dried out space going around the whole Night City. And as a player, you'll be able to traverse that space in your car or a motorcycle. This is a space that
So this is
inhabited by
Badlands,
the nomads.
okay.
Nomads are living in different families, and they are traveling across that space in convoys made out of the cars and motorcycles. And as a player, you'll be able to traverse and access different type of open world content that has been prepared specifically for you to get that awesome feel of the Badlands as an area.
In the trailer, we also saw like a completely metal creature. Now, he didn't look like he was from the Maelstrom gang. This looked like something
Seriously,
else.
Alu?
Please tell the people at home.
You
who
go
is
for
this
that
giant
comment?
metal monster?
Okay, so that big dude, that was Adam Smasher. He has been introduced in pen and paper in Cyberpunk 2020 by our senpai Mike Pondsmith. Adam Smasher is a fully converted cyborg. He is
It is kind of like the hybrid of Deus Ex and GTA.
No, I mean this
So-
particular character, Adam Smasher.
Yeah.
One of the people used to work at UNATCO.
But
Yeah.
you have to play.
What
In this
was
trailer,
his
we do
name?
see some
Started
flashes
with
of a
Z,
Ripper
I
dog
think,
called
something.
Victor.
Yeah.
People who have watched our previous
look it up after
gameplays,
the
they might
stream is
remember
done.
him.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
really like for you to give the people at home some more information about what Ripper dogs are and how they'll be interacting with them when they play Cyberpunk.
So Reaper dogs in our game, they are surgeons. They are like a specific type of a job in the
Hey,
social
Cyberpunk
ladder
here.
of Cyberpunk. They are accustomed and specialized in replacing limbs to the metal ones. They can basically update your body, enhance your body, change you into this walking war machine. And as a player, you are going to meet different kind of Reaper dogs in the game, craft your own relationship with them. Some of them are like important characters for a story. Through that, you will invest eddies that you're gathering to turn your body into this tool that allows you to survive on the streets of Night City.
Pavel, thank you so much for joining us. I know you'll be back later in the episode because you're going to be helping us to analyze the Braindance gameplay. But before that, we do have some news to share. Earlier in the year, we announced that if you
More
pick up
news.
Cyberpunk
Oh, well.
2077 on Xbox One, you'll be able to play it on Xbox Series X when the console launches. And just in case you missed it, it will be
Nice.
free for PlayStation players as
Nice.
well. If you pick up Cyberpunk
News.
2077 on PlayStation 4, you'll also be able to play it on PlayStation 5 when
Five.
the console launches.
Nice.
And that's not all. There will be a free upgrade for Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5, but we'll have more details on that soon.
To Night City.
Okay.
Before we review
Next
our
gen
first
consoles
look
getting
at
more
Braindance
things.
gameplay and
Nice.
welcome back our developers for a chat. There is just one more thing we want to announce. Something that we've been working on in secret for a while. We are very excited to announce our partnership with Studio Trigger and Netflix to bring you Cyberpunk Edgerunners, a standalone anime set in the Cyberpunk universe.
Okay.
We've been working on
Okay.
for some time now.
Okay.
Edgerunners is due
Did
to
not
launch
see
in
that
March.
coming.
But for some more information,
GG. Did not see that coming.
Just relax, bro.
Hi, my name is Saya Elder. I am the Japan-based producer for Cyberpunk Edgerunners. What I do basically on this project is that I am a fixer, to put it in the words of the Cyberpunk universe. We are a game company. We are a bunch of nerds, and wherever there are nerds, there's going to be anime fans. So it was always a dream for us to make anime. When we began
Well.
this
Wow.
project, we were certain that we didn't
This
want
is
to
really
make
unexpected.
a recreation of the game. Cyberpunk Edge Runners is a standalone story set in the same universe. The stage is still Night City, but everything else is totally new. New characters, new story. I do like to think that it's going to be a great gateway for newcomers to come and check Cyberpunk game and also the Cyberpunk genre as a whole. Right now we're in Nakano, which is one of the biggest anime meccas of the world. I'm going to take you to Studio Trigger right now because we have the wonderful opportunity to talk to the dream team that will be bringing you this anime.
こんにちは。トリガーの代表取締役の大塚です。
監督の今石です。
キャラクターデザインを担当する吉成です。
ゲームのサイバーパンクのファンの方、今回初めて触れる方両方に満足していただけるようにアニメを作るつもりです。よろしくお願いします。
今回はそのサイバーパンクという僕らが10代の一ファンにしか過ぎなかった頃に生まれたジャンル、そういうジャンルのものをまた、時代が何周もして作れるというのが非常に楽しみです。
トリガーも10年ということで。
So this automatically gives the point out that so this automatically gives out the point that they'll be having a more in-depth lore to the whole game series.
What the fuck?
There will be a standalone lore, do you understand?
Yeah,
that's awesome. Because there is so much lore within the world of Cyberpunk that it's good
Yeah.
that they're exploring it. I love it. I love it.
Braindance is essentially a recording of somebody else's experience. It allows you to relive their sense of sight, smell, touch, and even hearing, all thanks to a special device. After the gameplay, I will be welcoming back Pavel Sasko, and will also be joined by Patrick Mills, our senior quest designer and all-round lore master, who will be helping to answer your questions and give you some explanation on how you'll be interacting with Braindance when you play Cyberpunk 2077. So, let's take a look.
Plan simple. Do nothing odd. Don't get creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get out. And we sell the BD to those
Animatic Keanu, there is a very good chance.
And remember, everything
like
full blast. They'll spot us extra for a wicked adrenaline high. Okay, on you go.
Down! Everybody! On the ground! I want to see you kissing the flooring! Money! Now! Or I will fucking drop you! I swear to God! Well, yeah, hey... now! Before I blow your fucking head off!
Okay.
Slow, deep breaths. Your cortisol and adrenaline spiked, but the soft activated your hormone blockers. Nothing happened. You're alive and well.
That was too much. Could feel the guy's pain, his stress, his...
Hello there, Isha, what's up?
Wrapped up in something else.
Though it's written work in progress, I'm still like wondering what's the final quality of the game gonna be. If it is anywhere close to this, I'm down.
Sever the link to the BD Roller's sensory array, you'll be able to look around freely. Whole scene's yours. Full cam control in analysis mode, so move around, zoom in and out, whatever else you come up with. Think of it as your own little sandbox. So analysis mode, you control playback. Can even pause when you
So there was a thing back in the Division game, like echoes that used to recreate the whole environment and stuff. So Cyberpunk literally took that to next level.
Get out. And we sell the BD to those psycho freaks from the studio.
Got it.
Echo was supposed to be a recreation of an old event, which you can later on investigate and figure out tracks and what happened over there. But this is like, it's going full-fledged on the like action side. It's not anymore a document or recording of some sort. You can literally replay.
You can also reset the recording. That'll take you right back to the beginning. Try it.
How much interested are you, Isha, for Cyberpunk?
This here's why you came in the first place. In analysis mode, you get to view and even scan details of the enviro recorded by the BD roller. Focus on the heat, the gun this gonk gets from his buddy at the beginning. Now scan it.
Hello.
Plan simple. Do nothing odd. Don't get creative.
Sup, man.
Snatch the cash, get out.
Okay, right here.
How much has been shown?
This is like third part.
Oh, how many parts are there?
Don't know. Going with the flow. Pretty much exciting till now.
They've so far shown a trailer and they've shown...
Later, review later.
Okay, sources of the recorded sensory signals, switch to the audio layer in the editor. Go ahead and try that now. Okay, good. Now you should see several sound signatures in the store.
Nice. See, this is one of the games from what it is being shown. It is like worth the wait. It's not one of those games where you literally hype it up and then like it falls once you start to play it. Till now, it's still like holding stuff on the hype level.
Makes them pop. Keep playing with the sound, explore it a bit. We'll move on when you get bored.
Wanna see you kissing the flooring? Money! Now!
Sometimes you can analyze extra layers in the raw. Stuff the roller's cyberware picked up.
Like what?
Ev's got Kiroshi optics that grab infrared, meaning you should be able to grab heat signatures from her recording.
Huh. Hella
nice.
Scanning works on peeps too. Walk up to the wounded chick. Try scanning her. Alright, next thing. Scroll forward to the part where our artist gets a lead injection.
Or I will fucking drop you, I swear to God! Well, now, fucking head off!
See that? They shot him and he never saw it coming. But you will. Here it comes. My favorite part of the game.
Sad
See
Twitch.
the blinking thing over the entrance? Surveillance
Sad
cam.
Twitch, sad.
Must have caught our shooter. You'll see in a sec. Cam feeds to the screen behind the clerk. Roll back to where the screen's in the kid's field of vision, then scan it. His own Chumba shot him. Probably planned to all along. Must have got a nice slice of cred on the black market for a BD like this. BD freaks are ready to pay a preem for a real flatline. Anyway, if you've seen enough, you can exit.
Let's see. You got a good point about things being repetitive, but let's see.
That's not how sound
Not sure.
So Braindance is a pretty big part of the Cyberpunk universe. It's not just something used for adult films. There is an awful lot to it. And there's two sides I'd really like you guys to help me explore. First is the lore, so how this actually fits into the universe, and then there's the gameplay side, so how players will be interacting with it. So Patrick, could you tell us more about the lore of Braindance?
I would love to. So in the world of Cyberpunk 2077, Braindance was invented way back in the early 2000s in Santa Cruz. It was developed as a way of recording a person's experiences and then playing them back for someone else so that they could relive them as though it was happening to them. It was originally used for things like therapy and prisoner rehabilitation, but by 2077 it's become this global media industry, including things like movies, mass entertainment, things like that, video games, some interactive things, and of course adult fare as well. Now, in our game, we deal a lot with black brain dances, or XBDs as we call them, and there are different types of those, but the one that you saw in the trailer just there was a flatliner. Now that's where the person recording it actually dies during the recording. And it's popular with sort of an illicit kind of a thrill, but a mercenary can also use them for various things, and you'll see that in the game, of course.
And from the gameplay perspective, we have been working a lot throughout last years trying to figure out the best way how to use the BrainDance in the game as a mechanics. So what we have settled on is this BrainDance editor mode. As a player, you will be able to run the BrainDance in the editor mode and see different clues that have been registered on the peripheral of given actor. Now, as a player, you can slide on the timeline of that recording back and forth, trying to uncover different clues. And that clues are actually telling a story in the game. So as a player, you will run different investigations that will lead you to different mysteries, and you will uncover them actually using that BrainDance as a mechanics in the game.
So as Pavel was saying, we use BrainDance as a storytelling tool. It's not a collectible. It's not something where you're going to go in
the
and
point.
you're going to play it and you're going to be like, I've seen this before. What we use BrainDance for is to give you a keyhole into the life of the residents of Night City.
Exactly what you said. If it fits perfectly in the storyline, I don't think it'll get repetitive.
Ideas in a way that you might not otherwise experience in a story about a mercenary on the tough streets.
So we've tried to talk about some of the aspects that we think the community will find really exciting, but while you're both here, I'd love to know, what is it about Cyberpunk that you guys are really excited for? Patrick, why don't you start?
So one of the things that I'm most excited about in this game is the characters and the way they interact with the world. We've got this really interesting world that stretches all the way back to the Cyberpunk 2020 source material and all of these events and all of those things, but those don't mean anything unless they connect with characters. And so when we come up with a character, we start with their function. What is this person? What do they do in the story? But we don't stop there. We go back and we figure out, what was their childhood like? What was their upbringing like?
I'm gonna turn off my cam so that you people get a more immersive view. I'll basically come out again if something exciting comes,
you can see all of those
like shows up,
in their environment, in their dialogues, in sort of how they operate in the world. And we come up with that for all of our characters. Now you look at someone like Victor Vector, and you're gonna see stories about his past in his environment and in his dialogue. We come up with that stuff even if we don't use it in the game, because it helps inform us as to who these characters are.
And for me, I would not be myself if I would not say that I'm the most excited about our quests. Like with our Witcher 3 team, with Patrick and like everybody that has stayed with us since the Witcher 3 time, we really have grown so much. We have learned so much, and we have used all that experience to put them into the quest that we have made. And you will not find really a filler in this game. Like everything has a meaning. Like we put so much effort into making sure that everything is rewarding, is interesting, is talking about characters, as Patrick said, is talking about worlds, is talking about emotions, like touching the player in a really, like a real way. And I just can't wait to find out what you think.
Pavel, I know you mentioned story and quests and writing quests, and when I was last in the studio, I had a look and I saw a notebook on your desk, and I would love for you to show everybody this notebook.
Okay, Holly, I mean, you asked for it. So this is my notebook. It says Salsa Quest Designer. The reason is because I dance salsa, and I'm a quest designer, so you know. So I started this notebook actually when we were really starting Cyberpunk. At the very beginning, I wrote like a first note, and it says pretty much something along the lines of that we were starting with a prototype. And then, I kept on basically noting things that we've been working on for like next years. I remember once when our concept artist actually approached me.
That is literally like very good way of how people like game devs work and like write everything down. This is something we do in our development as well. But later on, when we are supposed to reveal stuff, we cut out all the important bits and parts. See how everything in his notebook is literally scratched out.
Joining me. I'm pretty lucky because I have read some of the stories that you and the team have written for BrainDance, and I'm pretty excited for people to discover them. But before we do finish today's episode, there is just one more thing we'd like to talk about. Earlier in this episode, I mentioned that media have been getting hands-on with the opening of Cyberpunk 2077, and they should be posting their impressions right about now. And if you missed anything from today's episode, don't worry, we'll be uploading everything to our channels very soon. And finally, on behalf of everybody at CD Projekt Red, we just want to say thank you so much for joining us for this, the very first episode of Night City Wire. But don't worry, we'll be back with episode 2 in just a few weeks. So, we should
few
see you
weeks,
soon.
okay. Nice. More stuff's coming in, people. So, stay tuned.
Episode 2.
Episode 2. Stay tuned, it means.
Oof.
Well.
Bro.
Okay.
Okay then.
Well. Not
My
bad
favorite-
at all.
That was amazing. My favorite thing was right at the end. It said there was a where it said which platform it's coming to. It said Stadia.
This was
Oh man,
something.
that was so good.
Nice. Well then, that's about it for this stream. I'll basically stream at night again with my usual gaming stuff. So, see you people then, and have your go. Like, it's around 10. If you people haven't got your dinner yet, do so. Have fun, people. See you in a bit. Bye bye.